Completed the first book series I have read in quite some time. As you can see, it's 4 books long. This Scum Villain's self-saving system is a ganja fiction, sort of. It's the easiest way I can think of to explain it. It's like the Chinese cultivation system where you become an immortal and all of that shit. It's low fantasy, opposed to pretty much every other piece of fiction in this style. It's almost more wuxia than shensha. But our main character is a sect leader. One of the leaders of a sect, not just a wandering swordsman or whatever. So I don't think it's quite wuxia. This, I should double check, but I'm just going to state it confidently, is mxtx's first series, I guess, and it kind of shows. First 3 books are the series. This 4th one is a bunch of sort of little happily ever after or after the main story's done stories. And book 4, I believe, is by far the weakest of the series. You can see my ratings. There's my reading library card-esque how many days it took me to read. But this series is hilarious. It's a BL series, if that means anything to you. If it doesn't mean anything to you, I doubt you would enjoy this. That is its selling point, I guess, but it's not super good at it. It is hilarious, though. I guess these aren't spoilers. Shen Qingqiu, is it Qingqiu? Yes. He is the titular Scum villain. And someone else, coincidentally named Shen, in our world, died after finishing Proud Immortal Demon Way. It's a trashy harem fic on a fake fiction website, and got transmigrated into the story as Shin Qingqiu. And he's read the entire book, so he knows that bad shit's gonna happen to him once the real protagonist does things. So his goal is to not die. He's got some real questionable shit about age. The main character of this book is an adult. I don't know how old. I'm gonna guess 30s, 40s, because that's roughly where I am, so that's what I'm gonna guess. Why not? And Shin Qingqiu, the person he transmigrated into, is significantly older. And the protagonist of Proud Immortal Demon Way is 15 at the start of the first book and 18 to 21 by the end of the series, I think. No, ages are spelled out. That's pretty close. So, yeah, some questionable shit there. But the like budding romance is really in the background of the hilarity of Shin calling out bad cultivation tropes in the fiction and all that shit. Um, there's quite a bit of sort of meat. Is something going to happen? Some other characters notice that eventually too. Like, I've got it written down somewhere. Uh, I can't see it. Yeah, there's a character that Shen calls Portable Demon Grandpa or something to that effect, who is sort of hitching a ride in Luo Binga's mind. Luo Binga is the protagonist of Proud Immortal Demon Way, the guy who Shin does not want to be killed by. And let me just look up something on Discord real fucking quick. There we go. 1,000-year-old portable demon grandpa. I'm just going to read you a little quote here. If only I had seamlessly gotten rid of you in the dream realm back then, these complications wouldn't have arisen today. This brat was a moldable talent with incredible potential, but as soon as he met you, he turned into this maddening good for nothing. And he still pretends at it when you're around, trying to act all aloof. The way this elder sees it, he should either kill you or do you. Making such a fuss, will he, won't he? It's infuriating to watch. And the book just continues like that. Shin doesn't really understand Luo's feelings and what he's after for like the first two books. And the third book, they just kind of, let's see, read my notes. The third book feels extremely rushed, and in some discussions I've had with other fans on Discord, it was like her first book series, and it seemed like she just wanted to be done with it. So there's the ultimate fight that happens. They consummate their relationship, and boom, world is saved, end of book. So it just kind of fell flat. I did not enjoy the ending, but the lead up to the ending was pretty good. I guess I have seen it in my review multiple times, but I haven't mentioned it. Shin Ching Chu meets what is his name? Shang Qinghua, who is one of the other members of his sect that the author of Proud Immortal Demon Way also transmigrated into. So that just amps up the potential for hilarity. They meet at the end of the first book, so there's 3 entire books of just bullshit happening, and it's great. The last book, as I said, I thought it was the weakest, but there are some pretty good stories contained in it. Shin and I didn't write down any family names, just the given names. Shin and one of his fellow peak masters, Chingay, go to town on a mission and confront a group of succubi. There's a story that goes deeper into the relationship between Chinghua, the author of Proud Immortal Demon Way, and Mobe Jun, one of the demon generals. They end up being buddies. Binga's cultivating and trying to make a breakthrough and suffers a chi deviation, which results in him becoming a 5-year-old for a bit. That was kind of an interesting one. As Shen is fond of putting it, the original flavor Binga from the original harem fic uses his overpowered Goldfinger sword. That's, I don't know if that's a common Chinese social media trope or if that is something mxtx came up with, but a golden finger something is just like a cheat item basically. But he uses his golden finger sword to travel between his book timeline and the transmigration timeline. So yeah, there's several interesting stories in there. Some of them also just kind of fall flat. Yeah, it was good times. My ratings 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5. My finger's in the way. I can't do this. 4 out of 5. I just kind of used my bleed through because it was the same. That's for the final book. And the story compilation I thought was more like a 3 out of 5. There are some good stories, some bad stories. I'm just repeating myself all over the place. This is my first book review, if you couldn't tell. That was the Scum Villains self-saving system. I quite enjoyed it. After I read some other stuff, I'm going to see if I can locate some of mxtx's other works, because they have several cultivation-ish stories out there. But for now, I'm gonna read some other stuff, like Shams al-Marif. I'm that kind of fucking weirdo. See ya next time, maybe when I talk about this.